Xenonauts, and I welcome you to another one of these beginner's guides. First I made one for XCOM 2, and then I'm going to be doing this one for Xenonauts. I usually want to keep these beginner's guides on the open menu, but Xenonauts has a few things you have to do behind the scenes if you really want to be able to play it properly. First thing you're going to want to do when playing this is going to the properties, betas, and go to community. I already did this one so that we can save time. Do community, you'll install a few mods, you'll install the mod, and you'll be fine. Then there's a few mods you actually want to install with this game. So you're going to look up first community. This is how you make the community edition actually work, is by installing this mod. And there are two other mods you're going to want to install. Lore Plus, as well as a mod called Lore Plus. Is just fluff, but I really do enjoy it and would recommend it even for a first-time player. And Armored Assault makes vehicles actually viable and not a huge pile of flaming money. On your second playthrough, you might want to play with Xenonauts Expansion Pack, or XXP. Has some really cool additions as new aliens, new aircraft, new weapons, new UFOs. But it can be a bit much for a first-time player. Hello there, this is a note from Future Mouse. If you're looking to play a bit more of a enriched-ish version of the game, there's also the mode Horde and the mode Reinforcements, which, when added together in conjunction, give your playthrough of the game a bit more time to it. Both of those mods will be linked in the description, but unfortunately I did not have the foresight to play these in this file. Well, the modding of this game is not very difficult, so I won't spend too much time on it. All you need to do is, once you launch the game, you go to modding tools, and you just want to make sure that your mod order looks more or less like this. And if it's not, all you need to do is click on a mod, either deactivate, activate, priority up, priority down, and then it should look something like this. All I'm going to do is, you can pause the video, make sure everything looks the way it does, go back, and then just press play. Well, now you've made it to the front page of Xenonauts. Your mods has been loaded in order, and you're ready to play. Here you see the just little preview of the ambiance of this game. And that is one of the things I find that this game has above XCOM Enemy Within or War of the Chosen. It's just, it feels so much more real than what it feels like in XCOM 2. This one seems that there's actually stakes involved. Here you want to go to New Game. I'll play it on normal. I'd probably recommend easy for a first try, unless you've played stuff like XCOM 2 or XCOM Enemy Within on higher difficulties, because this game is an absolute kick in the balls compared to XCOM 2. Get ready to die a lot. Which is why even I don't play on Iron Man mode, because it can get painful sometimes. So, begin game. You can skip the tooltips because I'll explain that for you. One thing is, this is, again, like I said, a bit more of a difficult game. You want to optimize your load orders as much as possible. You want to go in, build your base right here. There's this little crook within the Soviet Union. You want to click on it right here. You want to make sure the Soviet Union is highlighted. This is how you cover the most area, most number of countries, while still making a lot of money. As you can hover above each country, it'll tell you how much money they'll offer you. 200 from North Africa, 288 from South Africa, 255 from Indochina. And if you go through, you can see the Soviet Union is the country that gives you the most money. And that little blue ring around your mouse cursor is where your radar covers. This is where what range you can cover with your fighters. So if you can get that over a lot of countries, it means you can make a lot of money month per month. Because going bankrupt is sort of a bad idea in this game. So we want to put it, you can either put it right on the coast, right here, or right in this little corner right here with the border of. So I'll just click it here, rename it Alpha. My second base usually Bravo, and then third base Charlie. Once the second you click OK and the game unpauses, you want to go to base management, hangar, put one here, radar array, put one here and one here, medical center, missile battery, living quarters. This is usually what you want to look at for your first startup. As you want to get things building as quickly as possible. Then another thing you want to do is put a missile battery down there, as well as you put a garage here, not a missile battery. Missile battery will go down there, and you want to make sure to leave this spot open. Later on, you probably want to put in another hangar, then a laboratory here, and a garage and a workshop there. Afterwards, you want to go to barracks, hire soldiers. And you sort of want to look at this. The way this works is that you have darker numbers means better numbers. So if a soldier has a lot of dark numbers, that means they're very good. Here, Sarah King, 64, 61, 55, 65, 54. These are all pretty good numbers, apart from maybe the bravery. The stats I'll explain in a second. You want to just click on on the characters who have a lot of dark numbers, and you want to pick out 5 of them. 2, 3, 4, and I guess you'll be you can be number 5. Hire those, and that should leave you with 800 grand. And you want to go to soldier equipment. Soldier equipment is where, it's where you outfit your soldiers. On the right, on the left, you'll see the various stats of your soldiers. Time units, health, strength, accuracy, reflex, and bravery. Time units is how much a soldier can do in one turn. How much they can move, how much they can shoot, how accurately they can shoot. Well, sort of, I'll explain that one later. If you think of a game like XCOM, you have a move action and a shoot action. Here, everything is much more granular. If you don't want to shoot, you can take all your time units to move. If you're already in a good position, you can take all your time units to shoot. Health, how much punishment your character can take. Strength, how much gear they can carry. Accuracy, accurate they are, self-explanatory. Bravery is, later in the game, how much psionic punishment your character can take. Early in the game is what is their chances of getting panicked. Panicked will happen either, not panicked, it's called broken. Either when they take a nasty injury, or when someone around them either dies or take a nasty injury. And then there is reflex. Reflex is a stat that I haven't seen done in many other XCOM-like games, where in other XCOM-like games you set your character to Overwatch. If something moves, it'll be shot at. Here, it's different, where reflex is what is your percentage chance of taking an Overwatch shot. One thing I do enjoy about this game when it comes to the classes is that none of them are set in stone. If you want, you can create sort of weird, crazy classes. Like here, this sniper, if I feel like it, I could give him a shotgun. to protect him in more sketchy situations. And I see that here he has more weight that can be carried. So give them an extra smoke grenade and maybe another flashbang. That is something. Those are flashbangs are one of those things you definitely want to carry around. They are incredibly useful for getting you out of stickier situations. Flashbang will cause suppressed on a unit. Suppress causes a unit to start with half as many time units as they're supposed to. This means they'll shoot less at you, they'll shoot less accurately, or they'll move less. The game starts with various pre-made archetypes. Assault, sniper, rifleman, heavy weapons is your machine gunner. And as well as another one that isn't put in here, but I always like to put in anyways, which is your demolition. You go here and you go Rocketeer. If you can, you delete the pistol and you give them an extra rocket. And you can see that you can give them more weight than they can carry, but it starts reducing their time units from 47 to 46 for an extra kilo over. And I personally find that an extra rocket for one less time unit is pretty good. I'd bring a Rocketeer for every mission, as this is how you break into the door of a UFO. Now, Rifleman. If you find a Rifleman that has spare weight, well, I guess we sort of got shafted on these ones. Right here. You can see that he has extra weight. You want to give them maybe an extra flashbang or two, as well as some C4. C4 is very important item to give almost all of your characters. Oh, Assaultman and Rifleman. Pardon. This is another method of clearing out rooms. It's on a timer. You can throw it, get out, and bloat whatever's in there to Kingdom Come. And if you find any character that's particularly low stats, you've got two extra ones in here that you can bring in. Actually, this guy is pretty good. Has decent time units. I'd bring him in as my heavy weapons guy. If you compare him to that, bring him unassigned. You take this heavy weapons and put him to Charlie. When it comes to the various classes, Assault, you're looking for high time units, high reflexes. Sniper, high accuracy, that's about it. Riflemen are sort of your all-around characters. If you can get high TUs, high accuracy, it's nice. Heavy weapons don't really need much of anything in terms of stats, but good strength and good TUs don't hurt. Rocketeer, same thing as a heavy weapon guy, TUs and strength. Once your soldiers have been outfitted, you want to go to your aircraft equipment and put, the way I like to put it is take your two assault guys right to the side doors, so they can more easily look in and out, and for if the enemy has ambushed your craft. Next thing you want to do is take your guys with stars, your three guys with stars, at the front lines, and your three specialists behind them. If you have any enemies out here, your assaultman can more easily react to them than a machine gunner or rocketeer. The other things we have up here, storeroom, admittedly kind of useless unless you're really low on money, then you can sell your things. This we've already looked at. Research we'll get into a bit later. Right now the game has us set on alien invasion. Workshop is where you build aircraft, weapons, armor, vehicles. We've already seen this one. So we've already seen this one. Here, this will unlock once we build the garage. Here you can see your interceptors and your dropships. I do love how good these models look. And then your Xenopedia is where you get all your lore. This can be entirely ignored if you want to, but it's also really fun to look at. And well, just sort of pass time. And well, that didn't take long. UFO detected. This is a piece of meta knowledge which I will impart to you is for the first month of the game you only get light scouts. And light scouts can be intercepted with a single condor. So you just let this guy go. Oh, well, this bastard got away. You can, what I enjoy doing is just go to last known location. As there's a little, see this blue circle here around the base and this blue circle around the plane? That is your detection radius. If there's an alien, if there's a UFO within that radius, it'll be detected. So in this case, it got away. You return to base, but it will probably just fly back into a radar quite soon. There's another one here. So intercept again with a single condor and catch. Here is your interception screen. You'll see this one pop up a lot. There are two options here. You have engage or auto resolve. Engage is manual. Auto resolve is exactly that, automatic. Later in the game, you probably just want to use auto resolve if it's at 100%. It saves you time, and sometimes it saves you from doing stupid mistakes. But if you see this auto resolve is not at 100%, you can try to do it manually, and sometimes / most of the time you can get better results than what the auto resolve tells you. So just because this is the first mission, I'll do engage manually. Well, here we got lucky. We got behind our enemy. You see the red cone in front of the enemy is the zone of death where they start shooting at you. The green cone in front of you is the zone of death where you start shooting at them. When it comes to these zippier craft like the Light Scout, you want to activate your afterburners immediately. Then, once you have your craft selected, you left click and it'll bring you anywhere. That is where your craft is going to try to go. And if you click on the enemy, it'll start engaging. Here, because we're behind it, we can just try to get behind the thing. And well, here you can see we can easily outmaneuver the target and shoot at it. And if you do feel like you're about to die, there's a little X button that you can leave. So that's usually when new UFOs arrive and you haven't fought them yet. It's sort of the point at which you want to disengage. Now, because we've already prepared all of our troops, we could just go intercept or airstrike. You've got two things here. Intercept is you are going boots on the ground and killing them. Airstrike is like your auto-resolve. You'll automatically win the mission, but the amount of money you get is usually about 1/2 to 1/3 the amount of money you'd get from doing the mission normally, and you won't get any of the science from a mission. So the airstrike button is usually only reserved if you have more crash sites than you have interception teams, or if all of your interception teams are low on health and dying. So here we're going to do intercept. You see here the ETA, essentially 5 hours. One thing you want to avoid is doing a nighttime mission. They are much more difficult and take a lot more time to do. So if you look at it, we're more or less, the crash site more or less in the middle of the two night zones. So we're pretty much safe. And you launch. If you see that your mission is gonna be a nighttime mission. Crash sites have a certain amount of time before they expire. It's something like 12 hours, so what you want to do is bring it until, let's say my cursor is a crash site, you bring it here, and then you send your helicopter. Because as long as there's something targeting a crash site, it will not expire. That's a little trick you can use to, if you really, really don't want to do night missions. So, we're going to send our Charlie. Engage. See you on the other side. And now, here we are. This is your standard map. You arrive in your dropship, and your goal is to find the alien, kill them all, or find their alien ship and occupy it for 5 turns. So the way we have our thing set up, it's easily to just take one of your assault guys, and here the way the movement works is you click, it'll tell you how many TUs you have left after taking this movement. If you don't want to move a full tile, you can right click one of the 8 tiles around the soldier and it'll look toward that direction. For every 45-degree difference you move, it uses 1 time unit. So if I move to here, it used 2 time units. I went from 67 to 65. Then I move forward. Well, hello there. There's an alien. You can see to the right of your screen all of your aliens. If you have a soldier selected and it's red, it's mean it has a direct line of sight towards your alien. If it's yellow, that means there's an alien on the map, but that soldier does not have direct line of sight to it. To the left of the screen, it shows you how many time units it takes for a soldier to make that shot. The more time units you designate to a shot, the more accurate it'll be. One rule about this game is never leave your soldiers uncrouched. So, I am just going to move out to here, press C to crouch, make 1 normal shot and 1 snapshot, see where it goes. You see that the shotguns, that's their advantage, fire multiple pellets, so you have multiple chance of hitting. And exactly that, you saw that alien made a reaction shot. That can happen as much with your characters as it can happen with the aliens. There are many triggers for reaction shots: getting shot at and missed, something moving toward near you. So you could do the same thing with this guy. And you can see how low his TU reserves are. So you're gonna just bring him out to here, crouch him, and fire. In this case, we got lucky, it killed him. Well, and then you continue out, looking around you until you want to make sure, do not leave any blind spots open. Windows, doors, all those things are great things to get shot at. Unlike XCOM, aliens will shoot at you even if you have not seen them. So right click, look around the door. Okay, well, we found our ship. That was easy. And once you found your ship, you can sort of just look around until you find the enemy. Oh, well, that is unfortunate. Gonna just have to crouch and hope for the best. Unless we can get our Rocketeer to do something about it. It doesn't look like we will be able to. If you hover your mouse on a tile, you'll see little green, yellow, and red markers. Green means low cover, red means total cover, yellow means no cover, essentially. Like, as in, there is cover there, but you're not benefiting from it. see, heavy weapons guy and a sniper. Unfortunately, it seems that this alien has really gotten us straight in our blind spot. So we're just gonna crouch, look in the general direction using right click, and hope that he moves and that our soldiers take the reaction shots. It's not much more we can do. The only way our soldiers can take reaction shots is if you have the amount of time units left. And as we don't want our Rocketeer taking a reaction shot, we'll just bring him somewhere around here, away from the danger. And crouch. Again, rule number 1 of this game, do not leave your soldiers uncrouched. You're harder to hit and you have more aim when you're crouched. Oh, whenever, like, the camera might seem a bit jerky, but whenever something moves in your field of vision, the camera will move to it and show it to you. And there he is. Do keep in mind that opening a window does take time units. Opening a door, sorry, does take time units. So we will crouch, see if we can take a burst shot. And well, we sort of got unlucky. As you can see it shows you the trail of the bullet. And every piece of cover between there and the bullet gives you a percentage chance of blocking. Now we will attempt it with this guy as well. 3 times 17. Why not? Burst shots are most of the time your best option. As you can see here, you've suppressed your target. As I had said when I had said earlier that flashbangs suppress your target, there's another way of suppressing a target, and that is just by throwing a lot of lead towards your target. So, might as well. You've got more time units left. Take a snapshot. And miss. Well, there's not much we can do here, apart from maybe getting our friend all the way up to here. That is one of the bonuses of a assault character, is how far they can move. Because putting damage on target is sort of their specialty. Continue scouting around the map. Your first few encounters should have, I think, 5 or 6 aliens as your default. Some of them are going to be out there on the map, and some of them are going to be inside the ship. As we don't want to get our demolitions expert near our other targets, our other friends. Just move them towards the ship. Machine gunner. If we can get him out here. Towards if we can get a flank on this guy. And our sniper. Snipers don't really excel very well in close quarters combat, especially here. Especially in this game. We can attempt to just continue going. See, end turn. This guy will open the door. Well, it seems he did not have enough time units to actually do anything of note. And see here, unfortunately, the rifleman, which had been suppressed last turn, exactly has half the TUs he had. And we shall open up on this friend and kill him. You have 2 options at this point: either explore the rest of the map or go straight for the ship. I usually try going straight for the ship, as it's usually like, yes, you can try to kill every alien, but you'll have to go towards the ship anyways in the end. So the second you find your ship and there are no aliens currently engaging with you, try to go towards the ship and clear it. Now you want to get a breach and clear going. And here is why I love the demo man. You can see the aliens doing a little peekaboo every time. Well then, this game has loads of destructible environments. Just hold control to do a static aim or static fire. Hold control, right click to swap between various aim modes, and boom! Blow the door out and give yourself line of sight towards the targets. Yep, that'll happen. And that'll happen a lot in this game. You look at 24, so might as well take a 31. Oh. Boom. And that was it. There are only 3 aliens. We got lucky in this one. And here you see $31,000. With the airstrike, it would have been $15,000. So in this case, we made money. And I'll see you after the mission debrief. Well, I thank you for making it to the end of my first episode in what seems to want to be a 3-part series of my beginner's guide to Xenonauts. I absolutely love this game, so I'm going to try to put as much time and effort as I can into making this series, and hopefully see you in the next one.